Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today we will start Standard 12 Computer Subject Chapter number 7 Java Basics. Now students, this lesson I will not read line by line, but I would like to explain as a scratch, I mean to say in the form of the points which are need to be discussed in video lecture. And at the same time I request you that how many pages I will complete that you need to read. I would like to start from very beginning, because if you notice carefully in chapter 7 they very clearly mention that we will discuss as we have already learned C language, basic construct in Java will be easy to understand. Now the question comes, so many students not aware about C language, so in that case I would like to explain you certain things about programming. Then we discuss certain things about C language and then we go for Java language. As you can see, computer understands the language of 0 and 1. So computer programming is a way of giving computers instructions about what they should do next, and these instructions are known as code, and computer programmers write the code to solve the problems or to perform some task. So we need to give instruction to perform some task, but computer understands language of 0 and 1. So we are not able to understand the language of 0 and 1. So what to do? So computer scientists develop the assembly language, then from there they develop Fortran language, basic language, COBOL language. From all these languages they create BCPL, then B language, then C language. From the limitation of C language they develop C++, and then they go for Java language. Now how to programming? See, for C language, okay, if you are writing something in C language, then that is very near, I should say, very near to your English language. For example, I am writing something in C language. These are the instructions of C language. You see include words in English. So all the instruction which I write in C language is called source code. Then I need to compile it by compiler, and then compiler will convert into native code of operating system. Say for example, if I compile in Windows operating system, then it will convert into native code of Windows, that is .exe, and this native code is interpreted by operating system and convert into 0 and 1 and give instruction to processor and then generate output. So here native code is depend on platform. Native code is depend on platform means operating system. So it is called platform dependent. Okay, so it is right now called platform dependent. But here we have a limitation. The native code of Windows operating system, which is .exe, you can't use in Android operating system or iOS or other operating system. Well, it creates a problem. So Java language comes with a solution. Java language developer add one layer called JVM, Java Virtual Machine, or we can say Java Interpreter. Every operating system has their own JVM. Android has its own JVM, Windows has its own JVM, iOS has its own JVM. What we will do is we will write the program in source code of Java language, say xyz.java. Then we compile it with the help of compiler. So we get object code or byte code or binary code, which is extension is .class, say xyz.class, and then that .class file is interpreted by JVM, Java Virtual Machine, and JVM will convert into native code of that operating system. Means if you have a JVM of Ubuntu, it will convert into Ubuntu. If you have a JVM of Windows, it will convert into native code of Windows. So your one program will work in all the operating system. So it is called platform, that is OS independent. So these are the important point you need to remember. Now in your lesson it's mentioned that Java language developed by Sun Microsystem 1991, it is object oriented language, and here it differs from C language. I'm just reading main points. So C language is not object oriented. Now the words which I am writing over here, which you are observing on the screen, that we discuss in 8th chapter, that is object oriented, class, public, static, void. All these words meaning we'll discuss in chapter number 8. Right now you have to understand as a part of syntax as it is. Now to download Java we need to download JDK, stands for Java Development Kit, and it allow to create all the important methodology of Java language. As I told you, Java is a platform independent. Source and binary means this source file .java and binary file .class both are platform independent. No matter which operating system you have, it will work definitely. Now you see in textbook how it is mentioned, Java source file, then Java compiler will create bytecode. It can be understood by Java interpreter JVM of all operating system. Now how to compile? To compile we have to write the command. Say for example, we need to write the command. I mentioned Java C and the name of the file, say xyz.java. So by writing it, what happens? It will compile it, and after it compiles successfully, it will create class file. So to run the program, to start the app, we can say run the program, you need to write Java and only the name of the file. So again I clarify, Java C xyz.java means it will compile, it create bytecode, that is class file, and to run the class file, to execute the class file, to work with class file, just mention Java and the name of the file. That's it, finish. So this is called traditional mode of working. We have a modern technique also where we need to just click and things will done all right, compilation and all. That also we have in our syllabus. Now the textbook is little bit not organized the way how I wish. So after page number 128 they put directly 129 the whole program. But before I want to explain you this program, I want to explain you some chart on page number 130. The Java source file, usually extension is .java, that come first, and then it will compile by Java compiler, that is JVC. So you get bytecode star.class. Star means any file name, and then this class file is interpreted by JVM, that is Java interpreter. Now in one of the board exam, the same chart is given, but in the third box they put question mark, and the question was what will become at the place of question mark. So like that also it is possible. Here they are compiling Java C callcost.java, then they are running Java callcost, and that's it. Now how to write Java program will work out. See, I am preparing one small program in Java language. Class xyz, public, static, void, main, string, args, like this. Now don't worry what is class. As I told you, certain words we will discuss in chapter 8. So we have something called class. Okay, and you can create n number of class. Clear? Now every Java program start with main function. This is called main function. This is the starting point of the program. Every Java program starts with main function. Now in our chart we learned that we need to do what? Compilation. So if you compile this program, it creates two class file because we have two classes, XYZ and PQR. So it creates two class file, xyz.class and pqr.class. But very important point is when you try to save this file, okay, the name of the file and the name of the class which contain main function, that is same. In our example, main function is inside the curly bracket of class XYZ, so name of the file is compulsory xyz.java. The reason is the class which contain main function, that class name and file name required to be same. That's the rule. So name of the file is XYZ. We have only one main function. Like at your home you have only one main gate, only one main function is available. If I shift all this over here, then this file I need to save with pqr.java because main function is available inside the curly bracket of pqr. Now to display anything in Java language, we have to use system.out.print whatever mentioned in double quotes, that will display as it is. Say for example FCHS. Every Java statement end with semicolon. Now when I compile and run this program, in output section it will shows only FCHS, whatever mentioned in double quotes, that will display as it is. So it display what? FCHS. System.out.print means after writing keep the cursor in same line. So if you notice carefully, FCHS is there but blinking cursor is in same line. But suppose if I write print ln, then show FCHS and then go to next line. Print ln means show and then go to next line. So this is a difference. And the Java is case sensitive. S must be capital, other must be small. You say I want to use the way how I wish. Sorry, it is not possible. You need to maintain the decorum of Java language. Now I'll give you one small demonstration. If it is work, then I want to tell you how Java program compile. We have a software called NetBeans. So actually in our syllabus, to compile the program we need to use this technique, Java, C and Java, but along with that we have a software also. In our syllabus we have a SCITE software. This is SCITE software, but it won't work with Windows. So I use another software called NetBeans, and in NetBeans I will compile and all this. In NetBeans the benefit is you have to just click, that's it. The rest of the things are done by itself. Now see this, it is mentioned that in Java application main is the first routine. Routine means function that run when the program execute. So every program start with main function. Okay, now before I go ahead, I want to just show you something, so it takes some time. I'm preparing one new Java file. See, Here the name of the class is what? Java application 1. Public static void main is there. I hope you can see. Whatever mentioned in slash double asterisk and asterisk slash, they are called comments. It is only for reference purpose. It will not execute. So right now I am inside the curly bracket of main function, and I am writing here system.out.print, and then I mention in double quotes FCHS, and then I put semicolon. Now I will compile and run this. So when I compile and run this program, it will run and show me the output. I hope you observe here. Let me go for zoom. I hope you can able to see here. It shows FCHS, but you see build successfully comes in same line because cursor available in same line. Now suppose if I write here print ln, and if I try to run the program, I hope you notice FCHS comes and then cursor go to next line because ln, and there it type build successful. So this is the way how we have to deal with Java language. Then after that we need to go with one program available, but before that please remember all this menu sequence on page 131. To create new file in SCIT editor, file and new, save, file and save, to compile, tools and compile, and to run, to execute, tools and go. Now we need to learn about this program. Okay, and that will come with a concept called data type. So in my next lecture I will start with page 129, and I will explain the whole program with data type, which is very important. My request to all those who are watching the video that Java language is required very much regularity. So whenever I upload the video, see that you will attempt it as much as possible. Otherwise, if you create a gap, then it will be difficult for you to remember everything whatever discussed. Meanwhile, when I start the next session, I want you to read this page, that is page number 127, 128 and 130 and 131. Okay, clear? These are things which I already explained in this video. So if you have a doubt, you can ask me in comment section. So in next lecture we will understand this program, that is call cost. Till then, if you have any suggestion, then please do write in the YouTube comment section. Otherwise, I am always waiting for your suggestions. Okay, so please take care of yourself, students. God bless you. Thank you.